So, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Good. So today is going to be our last session, and my plan, I told you last time that I will show you how to do the invoice. I think there is nothing new in it. It's good to make an example on the invoice, how to make invoices. For example, if you're a merchandiser and you're selling items to, or you are working in a company that sells items, different items to different customers. So it's like a simple example that shows how can you send a nice invoice to your customers. And now I'm going to show you how it's going to look like, the invoice. And then you can follow me step by step, and I will ask you during the preparing the invoice what to do if you want to have this, what to do if you want to do this. So
Okay.
I am the one who's going to do the things, and you guide me, okay?
Okay.
So I just open the file. Just a second. Before I start with the invoice thing, last time you, Max, you asked me about how to put a picture in a cell. You remember?
Yes.
Did you find an answer for this?
Yeah, I think it's similar to the one we did at Word.
Yeah, with a small difference, actually. I'm going to show you now, before we start, I'm going to show you what is the difference between putting a picture in a cell or putting a picture in an Excel file in general. So you will see the difference now. So I will share with you tick, 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 invoices, share. Can you see my file now?
Yes.
Hmm?
Okay. Now, before we start, I'm going to show you now, like, for example, I have this Excel sheet. It has, I called it customers. So consider that you have a company and you deal with different customers. So it's good to keep all the details of your customers in one separate Excel sheet. And for example, we put here the company name, the address, telephone number, email, the logo, and the contact person, and whatever you want to add. So this is a table. This is an Excel sheet that has the names of your, the name of your customers. Now, see here, this is a picture, Halland Posten logo, right? And this is a picture. Let's now try to infoga a picture from the internet, for example. I want to insert a picture like any logo, let's say Samsung logo. As you can see, you can search the online pictures direct from here. And then now I will choose one of this, for example, this one. As you can see, it's so big. We can make it small. Some pictures comes with this description. You don't need it, just delete it. Okay. So as you can see here, this picture is not connected to any Excel cell, right?
Mm.
But if I want, for example, to add a company here like Samsung, and the address is China, or it's Korea. I think Samsung is from Korea, right? I'm not sure. Anyway, Korea. And the telephone. Korea, right? Yeah. I want to add a telephone number and email address, info at Samsung.com. And here I want to add the logo for this company. The first thing, I need to make the picture small that fit in the cell. Like for example, if I want to be bigger, I can make the cell bigger, for example, like this. So, but I need to fit it in the cell, make it small to fit it in the cell. Now it's in the cell, but still it is not connected to the cell. The way to do this is to double click on the picture, or to take the right click on the picture. You will get format picture. Now your pictures are here. Here in this characteristic of the picture, or the details, some information about the picture. Now we are formatting the picture. You need to go to Egenskaper and choose this option, flytta och ändra storlek med celler. This means move and change the size with the cell. When you click on this, this cell becomes inside the cell. How could we know that this picture is connected to the cell? I will give you an example now. Just do you remember when we worked with the filters, how we can filter these names? For example, I just want to get the company names that has S in its name, for example. I want just to show these the details or the data of the companies that has Samsung in its name, for example. We can do this through filters. From data, we go to filters. As you can see here, you get these arrows here. See, now if you try to hide Samsung and Halland Post and keep sealing, even the pictures will disappear. The other picture, because it's connected exactly to this row. So otherwise, if you don't do this, now we are back to normal. Let's say that this picture is not connected to the cell. We will infoga a picture, sorry, not here, from the internet, as we did before. Samsung. Logo. Now let's make it a little bit smaller and delete this. Okay. Now this picture, even if we put it beside Samsung here, Samsung entry, Samsung row, if we don't do this option, flytta och ändra storlek med celler, or move and change the size with the cell, if we don't do this, then if we try to filter Samsung, we keep Samsung, or we delete Samsung, see, it will stay. And this is what we don't really want. We want the picture, if we want, this is one of the options, like if we want the picture to be connected with a cell or with a row, then in this case, we have to click, take right click, formera bild, go to this Egenskaper, flytta och ändra storlek med celler. Okay? So now, I will locate it inside the cell. So now this picture knows that this cell is its home, and it's here already. So if we filter it, it goes, as you can see.
Mhm.
Did I answer this question, Max and Perinax?
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
You're welcome. So now, this is the invoice that you are going to send to your customer. What we usually put in the invoice, we put the invoice name here, date, invoice number, and then till this invoice is sent to the company name, company address, and telephone number. And then here we mention what exactly these people bought from your company. QTI means the quantity, the product name, the product serial number, description, the unit price. This means, for example, this TV, they bought 3 TVs. Each TV price is 7,500. Unit total price is this price multiplied by the quantity. Clear?
Yes.
Clear, Max?
Yes.
Good. And then here you can list all the quantity, the products that they bought from you. And then in Sweden, for example, some other countries are different. Like in Sweden, MOMS is the tax that you pay. And usually it's showing you in Sweden, the MOMS is approximately 25%. So it shows you that from the total amount that you are going to pay, this amount is the tax. And if you want to add some discount for this customer, then you mention the discount here. And then the final price is going to show here. The final price is these prices all together minus the discount. Clear?
Yes.
And then here you can add the signature. And here, this is the footer, and here is the header. Like header here, you can add, for example, I'm going to show you what we can do this. And as you can see in this invoice, we are not seeing the lines. It looks like a Word file. So we will start now with a new sheet. So now I'm going to do what I have just showed you, how we can do this. Okay, we will start by writing invoice. Invoice. See what I'm going to do. Before I start, it's good to know how your file is going to look when you print the file. If you keep writing, for example, I'm giving you example. I write here, for example, name, and I make it a little bit bigger. And here the last name. For example, here the address, mobile, and I want it to be a little bit bigger. Email, for example, I mean a little bit bigger. And then age. This is just an example. I don't know exactly if I do it this way. I'm not sure if all these columns are going to fit in one Excel sheet. So to know that, we go to Visa. Visa means show. And I choose seed layout. Seed layout, it shows me how my file is going to look like. As you can see here, it's clear that the age is not going to be in the same page. So what should I do? I can arrange, it's better to work from here, from the beginning to get the seed layout. If this file, especially if this file is going to be printed. So it's good in this case to control, like for example, now I want the age to come here. So I want to make this smaller, for example. a little bit. And then the email is a little bit bigger. Let's see the age. So now I can know exactly where is the limit of my page. You can see here. So all my columns are going to be here. So what I did is I went to visa and I choose seed layout. If you want to go back to the normal viewing, then you choose here normal. So normal, we are back, but still, as you can see here, there is a small dotted or dashed line that shows that this is the limit of the page. But I prefer to work where I am in seed layout, so I can see how it look exactly when I print it and send it to my customer. Are you okay, Parinaz?
Yeah, I'm looking for my pen. Sorry.
Your pen, take your time. We can wait for you.
I'm sorry.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Good. So the seed layout shows you exactly how your document is going to look like. So I advise you from the beginning to go, before you write anything, to go to seed layout and to show how your file is going to look like. And from this page, we move to the, now I created just 2 or 3 entries. I created one worksheet called customers, where you save the details of your customers. So it's just a normal table, company name, address, telephone, email, and logo. I put this information here. And then I'm going to use it in my next invoices. This will save me in case, let's say that one of these companies changed their address. So you don't need to go back to the invoices and change the address of every invoice. You get it from here. I'm going to show you how to do this. So basically, we want to create, we have this sheet for the customers, and we have, now we are going to create the invoice. So this, I will delete it. We don't need it anymore. I will create new one now for the invoice. Again, I'm going to show you how it look like. So you can see that invoice is here in the middle, a line under it, and this date, invoice number, addresses and details of the company that I'm invoicing. And here's some information about the products they bought. And you can also suggest, while we are working on this, you can suggest what you exactly prefer. Like, for example, if you have any preferences, we can take it in consideration. See here, this invoice, you have the choice. Some people, they can create it here in the middle. I will go to see the to visa. So for me, I can create it here, but what I'm going to do, I will take all these cells here, and I can do something called center over columnar. In this case, I can merge all these cells together, and it becomes one cell. All these cells becomes one cell. Its name is A1. See? And I can put the word. So it merges all the range that you choose and make it one cell, as we did in Word before. And then the word we can write inside it, or like this, for example, invoice. So you can use this this feature instead of, for example, making the lines bigger or shorter or whatever. You can mix, you can merge the cells together. I will do it again here. Like for example, we need this, now we have this cell. So to choose the how it look like, I want a line under it. So I can go to the table characteristic, this one, count linear, and I can choose this one. So it will show me a line under it, as you can see here. You are free, you can do whatever you like. You can choose the color, for example. You can make it, it's up to you. Now we will take the date of this invoice and we will write the also invoice number. So now I'm going to show you how we can get, you know, how we get the current date, a function that gives you the current date of the computer.
Is just write edog. Yeah, equal edog.
Exactly. Or this is edog or new. You can take also no. No, it gives you the date and time. Like for example, if you want to take the date and time now, it gives you the same. No or edog. So it's a function. So we just write equal edog. So it gives you the current date of the computer. The invoice number, it depends on how you want your numbers to be, usually like 2020, and this is the first invoice. These two, I want them to be a little bit bold. And here I'm going to write to here the company name, address, phone number. Yes. So to get the company name here, you can get it from, I'm not sure if you know or not, but we did not mention this before. You can get the data, usually, for example, we can do equal and we can take data from another cell, for example. But also we can get it from another sheet. Like now I am in blood FIRA, in the sheet number FIRA. I can take it also from customers. So I can go to customers and choose Halland Post and enter. So it will give me Halland Post here. Same here, equal. I go to customers, address, to Halland Post address. So again, the phone number equal. I go back to customers and I take the phone number. So why this is good? Because let's say if this company changed their phone number, now the ending is 66. Let's say, let's make it 666, for example. So it is automatically changing here, as you can see.
And it's good for saving time.
Exactly. Exactly. So I'm going to put this also in. Is it clear, Max?
Yes, yes.
Good. So now we are going to start invoicing. So if a company, like from your experience, Max, if a company, if you want to sell something to a company, what are the things you are going to put in the invoice?
I want to sell something to a company.
Yeah, if your company is selling something to other company.
Yes.
What are the information that you needed to put it in the invoice for the buying company?
For example, like me, I'm into electrical. I will put I will put the size. It has code actually. Every
Code, exactly. So
code.
this is the product number or product code, we can say.
Yes.
Product code. Yes.
And then we put the price.
Unit price.
Unit price, yes.
Do you need any product description? For example, what is this product?
Yeah, you can put for building wiring.
What is this?
Wire, like this normal cable we use for wiring.
Oh yeah, product name.
Yes. Product name, yes. Exactly.
It's better to keep the price and stuff at the end here.
Yes, yes.
So copy paste. Good. The unit price, and you don't want to know how much they ask for, maybe how the quantity.
Quantity, yes. They ask for quantity, yes.
Quantity.
Yes.
What else? Do you need like serial number of? Yeah, serial number is
The serial number will now be if there's another product code again, and then it will be serial number 1, serial number 2.
Exactly. So we can do this here. So we can say serial number, like how many items they bought from you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Serial number. Product code, so we'll make it a little bit bigger.
Yes.
Product name. Quantity, unit price, and
total price.
Total price for this item.
Yes.
Unit total price.
Yes.
For this item. Great. So exactly. So we need this to be in different color. So let's say the serial number for one of the items is like this one. The product code is no, sorry, the serial number is 1.
1, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the product code is this. Product name, let's say this is wires.
No, can I? Okay. Yeah.
Anything,
yeah.
it's just an example.
Yeah.
Quantity is 4, for example. The unit price for each wire is, let's say it's 100.
Mm-hmm.
So the total unit total price is going to be what?
You know what? We can put unit price and roll price also. Roll. You know, it used to be in a roll.
What's the roll price?
Like for example, unit price you can say like 1 millimeter.
No, price. This is price. How can be 1 millimeter? Ah, I understand. Yeah. Unit price, you mean like 1 centimeter price or 1 meter price is.
Yes.
So unit price is 100, but he took 4 meter. This means the unit total price
exactly
is 4 multiplied by 100.
Yes.
So what we do equal. What should I write?
400.
Yeah, but I will not write it. I will make it function.
Okay.
I want to multiply the unit price, multiply the quantity, right?
Yes. Enter.
If this session is disconnected, then please connect again.
Okay.
Okay. So what we did, again, we take another item, serial number 2, and then product name is what else?
Renas, what do you think? What do you sell?
Another item, you sell it. What do you sell, Parinas?
Gardener, for example.
Cartons, you mean?
Yeah.
Cartons. How many cartons you sell?
10.
10 cartons. How much is each carton?
67.
67. So now what we are going to do, we are going to drag this. So we will get, drag it. Why we drag it? To get the same formula. So now if you add it, Max, now we sell, what you sell now, product name?
This Persian carpet, what is it?
Carpet.
This Persian carpet is very lucrative.
We call it mocate, but I don't know what, but okay, we can write carpet. The quantity is 10 meters, or how many meters? 15, whatever. Let's say 15 meters. 15 meters, and the meter price is how much?
Sugar tree.
Sugar tree. So it's automatically showing here that the carpet total price is 345. Okay, so let's, this is enough. Now I want to make this in one table like this. Now I want to get the total for these items. The total is summa. Exactly. We take the range and then we close it. So this is the total. But here in Sweden, it's important to write out of this 1,415, they call it moms or the tax. Let's say that the moms is 25%. So the moms that you paid is what?
Equal. Select the cell for total.
Exactly.
Minus 25%.
Not minus.
Is a multiply.
Multiply, because I want to know how much of this amount is moms. So like 25% of the total.
You multiply or plus?
No, it's multiply, because now I am showing how much of this amount
is a sugar 5%
yeah,
for that amount.
Yeah, like 25% of this amount is moms.
Okay.
So to show that how much this mathematics, like if I want to show that the moms that you're going to pay out of this amount, like you pay for me, or they pay for you, you are the merchandiser, they pay 1,415, but out of this 1,415, you as a merchandiser is going to pay the government 353 moms. Okay, and here let's add the discount. Let's say that the discount is going to be 5%. You give him 5% of the total amount. So how much he's going to pay? Amount to pay.
At first, you should sum the moms and the total price.
No, moms, forget about it. In Sweden, it's including in this amount. It's included, so forget about the moms. Now you have this amount, but you give him discount. Okay.
Then you minus 5%.
Minus 5% multiplied by 1,500, because you want to know 5% of the amount, how much?
Okay, equal total price. Okay, multiply.
I'm following you. I'm not sure if this is right or wrong, but I will follow you.
at 5%.
5%.
Mm,
Do you think this is the amount that they are going to pay?
no, this is just how much discount the
Exactly.
invoice
So
has.
what we are going to do is to tell that this amount
Is minus the total.
exactly. This is the total minus the discount. The discount is
Yeah.
5% of this amount.
1,344.
I will make it in another way. Now discount is 5%, right?
Mm.
Let's put this, okay, 5%. So how much is the discount? If it's 5%, you want to know how much of this 1,415, how much of it is the 5%?
Yeah, equal to total multiplied by 5%.
Max, you tell your customer that on the cashier that whatever he's going to pay, he will get 5% discount of it.
Yes.
But 5% of the amount he paid, you want to know how much exactly is this 5%?
Then you do 5% of that. Normally, the way I use, if not in Excel, but normally in other times, I would just do 5%. 5% of. I mean, the total amount now minus 5% to know how much I will pay. But if I want to know what is 5%, then I will
Exactly.
do the total
What is
amount.
this 5% according to his number?
Yes.
Yeah, so this 5% is to get how much is the discount. This is 5% multiplied by 1,415. So this is the discount. It's 70%. So how much is he going to pay in this case? He's going to pay the total amount minus the discount, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's make it a little bit elegant. And tick, tick, tick. This is I will try to put yeah. So these are the moms. And these are the discount. These are the total amount. Amount to pay is this one. So what we have done is the discount is 5%. We multiply this 5% with the total amount to get how much of this, how much is 5% of this amount. And then the amount to pay, the final amount to pay is the total amount minus the discount. Okay. Now, you can see now the page, how it look like. You can control it. For example, you can take this, the whole table down. So you can cut it, clip out, and you can put it a little bit down like this. And here you can put the signature.